inspiring entrepreneurs, creative talks, CEO insights, success stories, value markets, and financial education. This is the CEO Show. Hosted by Dan. Business Minds, pioneering and inspiring entrepreneurs, creative talks, CEO insights, success stories, value markets, and financial education. This is the CEO Show. Hosted by Dan. Business Minds, pioneering and inspiring entrepreneurs, creative talks, CEO insights, success stories, value markets, and financial education. This is the CEO Show. Hosted by Dan. Business Minds, pioneering and inspiring entrepreneurs, creative talks, CEO insights, success stories, value markets, and financial education. This is the CEO Show. Hosted by Dan. Business Minds, pioneering and inspiring entrepreneurs, creative talks, CEO insights, success stories, value markets, and financial education. This is the CEO Show. Hosted by Dan. Business Minds, pioneering and inspiring entrepreneurs, creative talks, CEO insights, success stories, value markets, and financial education. This is the CEO Show. Hosted by Dan.
Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is the 3rd of June, 2025, and this is a very special edition. Why is it a very special edition? Because for the very first time, we are coming to you very late, but we beg your forgiveness because of some technical errors that we could not avoid. But nonetheless, we are here live, and we are doing it bigger and better. The CEO Show always comes to you every Tuesday, and this show looks forward to bring you notable personalities. People are going to share their stories from where they began to where they are currently. But most importantly, what are the lessons that comes with their stories? We look forward to inspire you. We look forward to educate you and also to bring you insights. Talk of people in different industries, but tonight we are talking about a very different industry that for the 43 episodes that we've never done this. We are talking to a comedian, we are talking to a content creator, and tonight we are asking you, does content creation pays? We have the man himself who is going to tell us if content creation pays. Please tell us where you're watching from. Remember, we're coming to you live on YouTube, and also we are coming to you live on Facebook. Tell us where we are watching from, and also tell us if you are getting us loud and clear. And please, if you have a question to our guest tonight, please ensure that you drop on the comment section. Who is our guest tonight? Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by a man whose creativity has captured arts across the globe, from making legendary commentators to commanding the digital space with unmatched humor. He is a force in Kenyan comedy and a symbol of bold modern entrepreneurship. He's not just jovial, he's visionary, and latest, he is an entrepreneur. He is also the proprietor of Kelo Driving School. This proves that talent doesn't stop at entertainment. It drives change. Please welcome the hilarious, the talented, and the entrepreneur, Arap Uria. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
For having me here. And tumekuja late, but I'm happy to be here.
Okay.
To share my story and probably motivate someone somewhere.
Perfect. Umepiga suti unakaa vizuri.
D-square.
Nilikuwa nangojea ukuje na jazi na filimbi.
No.
Okay.
Vile it's CEO show, so definitely I have to dress like a CEO.
And you look like one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
How do you feel being in the show? Though we are coming late.
We are coming late, but I feel honored, and it's a privilege being here.
Okay.
That's why I want to share my story, and as I've said, motivate someone somewhere.
Okay.
Yes.
Other than Arap Uria, what is your full name? What is your official name?
My
Nobody
M-Pesa
knows
name.
it. Yeah, M-Pesa name.
So my M-Pesa name is Meshak Probiwot, and actually Uria is a family name.
Okay.
Like Arap Uria in Kalenjin means the son of Uria.
Okay.
So Uria is a family name. That's why I call myself Arap Uria.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's start from the top, from a teacher in classroom and to full-time comedian. Tell us your story, Arap Uria. I know story yako lazima ilianza kitambo. You can tell us something about it.
Yeah, my story ilianza kitambo, but I don't know where can we start from. First of all, I'm a teacher.
Yes.
Professionally, I'm a teacher.
Yes.
Mathematics and geography teacher. I studied at Masinde Muliro University, but high school nilikuwa Tambaj. Let me go backwards.
Yes.
Primary nikakuwa there's a primary school called Kapikalelo in Baringo. But now nursery school I started at Mute Primary School, which is my village school.
Okay.
Yes.
And now you went to university, but before going to university, how funny were you back in your younger days?
Let me say it's something that I started when I was still young, because I remember I used to act in Sunday schools, primary as well. I was entertainment prefect when I was in class 8, if I'm not wrong. So, but when I reached high school, I think nilianza kuwa shy.
Okay.
The reason is I think juu nilikuwa nasoma na madem. I was in Kituro High School. Before,
it was mixed.
It was mixed school. So I joined Kituro High School. Then the shyness ikaningia hapo.
Wewe uko unapiga story na mtu?
I was so shy. I think pia high school ilipata during let me say adolescent stage. Uoga, nikakuwa muoga.
Okay.
So now after high school, let me say now when I joined campus, that's where I started creating some content online. I was doing lip syncing or mimicking rather. There's an artist called Ekodida. I remember that was the first video I started mimicking Ekodida. So that was, let me say, the courage that nilianza kupata to face the camera.
Okay. And as you are doing this, were you looking forward to be a comedian? What was your aspiration? Because I presume you are now studying to be a teacher.
Definitely no. I was doing it just blindly. Sikuwa najua that there's a time whereby
Hosted by Dan. Business Minds, pioneering and inspiring entrepreneurs. Creative talks, CEO insights, success stories, value markets, and financial education. This is the CEO Show. Hosted by Dan. Business Minds, pioneering and inspiring entrepreneurs. Creative talks, success stories, value markets, and
today's COVID time, people are only consuming content online because hakukuwa na job, watu hawakuwa wanafanya kazi. So I can say COVID, as much as it had negative impact kwa watu wengi. Personally for me, it was something positive because ilinipea ile watu waweze kunijua.
Okay.
That's what I can say, yes.
Okay. And then did you, as a person, did you ever practice after graduating? Were you ever employed?
School? No. Since then, and sijaenda shule. And the reason sijaenda shule is because nilianza kupata kitu. From the content creation.
Okay.
I remember my first job, and I was paid. I don't know if I'm supposed to say I was paid how much, but I really appreciate the guy mwenye alipea job. There's a friend of mine anaitwa Nwalelkina Chicks. Hapa tu Simba hapa Kapsoya. He was the first person kunipea job. And that was the time I cannot say ni how much anilipa.
But it was enough
But
to motivate
nilifeel
you.
kumbe I can earn something from this thing. That was the first time nilianza kupata kitu, and I really appreciate him. So now from there nikaanza sasa kupata endorsements. Endorsements until where I am today. I can say content creation pays. It does, it pays.
And now talking about your social media handles, how did you start building them up? Because somebody said that numbers don't lie, and yourself, we can see that you have the numbers. How did you build to where you were? How was the journey?
The journey somehow was tough because sikuwa najua how to create a Facebook page, because I started creating a Facebook page. So and I remember me asking some friends that how will it benefit me having a Facebook page? I have a profile but I don't have the page. So nilikuwa nauliza watu, how will it benefit me having, is it good for me to have a profile or the page? So that's why I came to realize that creating a Facebook page was good for someone who has the ambition of being a content creator or doing anything that you want to achieve something in the future. So that's why I started creating a Facebook page. Page, I started posting content. I was doing it in Kalenjin. I was doing it in Kalenjin for a period of like 2 years, doing it in Kalenjin. And I saw the reception online was awesome. People were supporting me, sharing the content, and it really motivated me. So then, since then, I created a YouTube account. I remember the first subscriber was Arap Uria. It was me. One. Then
your first,
definitely
your first fan.
Yeah, first fan. So what I was kitulikuwa nafanya ndio nipate subscribers kule YouTube, which has really grown. Now I have like 412k. So nilikuwa naenda kwa simu ya Buddha, my father. I know ako na WhatsApp groups mingi. So naenda I copied the link to my YouTube. Then naenda kuingia WhatsApp ya Buddha and I share all the groups and I delete. Ndio asijue nimetuma.
Asijue umetuma. Na sasa you have a content that you've posted there.
Okay. So after I'll now then I now monitor. Inaenda aje? Naona na increase, yes. Until now you can say imejipa.
And at what point now did you become what is the relationship between you and Chelsea, and how has it paid off?
My relationship with Chelsea. First of all, I'm a Chelsea fan. Na Dan this square aliniundia suit ya blue. Na kuna ile nyingine ya blue. Ile ya Chelsea. Thank you so much. So I started being a Chelsea fan since 2004. I was still very young. And nikaanza kufuata Chelsea. And mimi kufikia sasa the partnership that some people seeing me going to Chelsea, coming back. So the partnership was through an endorsement Predator energy drink. I work with the Predator energy drink. That's the official energy drink for Chelsea. So as I'm working with them, they gave me an opportunity to go to Chelsea and experience the live match.
And we've seen you interacting with notable personalities. Those are the players, and also your images on the world table. How does it feel? And at what point ulipata hiyo simu moja at some point, like are you Arap Uria? What is that call that changed your life? So bwana semanga saa zingine kuna hiyo text message moja tu kama simu moja yenye inabadilisha maisha yako.
I think we'll go back to 2022. That's before the World Cup.
Yes.
That was the time I was scrolling my IG. That was the time I had started mimicking Peter Drury. So when I was going through my IG messages, I got a message from Mzungu. Hey, are you Arap Uria? I told her, yes, I'm Arap Uria, and we are currently working on an advert for the World Cup, and we'd like, and Peter Drury is part of the advert. We'd like you to be part of it. Niliona, and I was like, hii ni kweli
ama ni uongo?
Ama ni uongo. Can you share your WhatsApp number? I said, okay, let me share. No problem, I can share. So vile nimeshare ile WhatsApp number, akakuja WhatsApp. So akaniambia, akanipea all the plan that they have for the advert ile ya World Cup. And wakanipea ile job. wakanipeleka kule. I went to Ghana. We were shooting it from Ghana.
Yes.
We shoot from Ghana, and they paid me well. I cannot say. They paid, having the fact that ilikuwa video niliappear for just, let me say, 3 seconds kwa ile ad ya World Cup pale Super Sport. It was only a 3 seconds ad nilitokea. Yeah, and they paid me well. So that was the first time I said, wow, Mungu kweli yupo.
Mambo
And it was my
inaweza
first time pia kupanda ndege.
Oh, okay.
Going outside Kenya.
Okay. And now, talking, before even getting all these endorsements, like getting brands approaching you to market and advertise their product, how can one monetize their Facebook page, their YouTube, and also, because monetization is something very critical, especially for content creators. How can one convert?
Yes, and maybe for the benefit of someone who is watching me, a content creator, or someone who has the ambition of being a content creator. So, and as I've said, content creation pays, and there are different ways to which content creation pays. Number one, you can monetize your accounts. And many thanks now to Kenyan government that we can monetize our Facebook page in Kenya. You know, Kenya huko na monetize Facebook, but for now, we are able to monetize from Facebook page. So number one, YouTube ilikuwa inalipa. And YouTube, all you have to do is for you to ufikishe 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in the last 1 year. So 4,000 watch hours in the last 1 year means that people have to watch like 4,000 hours for 1 year.
That year.
Yeah, for 1 year. That now will give you the opportunity to monetize your YouTube account.
Okay.
So, and for YouTube, you have to be consistent. Like for me, I can say I have huge following on YouTube, but I earn nothing from it.
Okay.
Because you have to be consistent. Mimi nilikuwa na post content ya football. So, ilifika a time whereby and the football ilienda ile break. Like for now, so the Premier League imeisha.
True.
So there was no content that I was posting from during the pre-season. Before season ianze. So since then, kurudi mwezi wa 8 when the Premier League will resume, nikipost kitu hakuna mtu anaona. So inahitaji consistency. Be consistent. Make sure that you are posting, if not once or twice every month, or even 3 times every month. Okay. That's when you'll earn well from.
Okay, for example, for YouTube, for yourself, like last year, how many watch hours ulikuwa na watch hours ngapi last year?
YouTube kunilipa, to be honest, it's been long because sikuwa consistent. It's been long. But once ikilipa, I remember my first payment on YouTube, they paid me 150K in a month.
In 1 month?
In 1 month. That was the highest payment nilipata from YouTube. Then ikaanza kupungua kidogo, inaanza kucheza na 70 hapo. So it depends on how much you push your content on YouTube.
Okay.
So the more you push, the more you create more unique content, the more you are creative, the more people view, and the more you earn from it.
Okay.
Yes.
And then now Facebook monetization.
Now for Facebook and criteria, number one, you have to attain 1,000 followers on Facebook. It's only 1,000 followers. Yeah, it's only 1,000 followers, and that's the bare minimum for you to monetize from Facebook. So now from there, monetizing from Facebook, sio rahisi, but when you are consistent and when you are creative, let me say consistency. If you post oftenly on Facebook, you get an opportunity to monetize. Like for me, I'm now like 7 months old on Facebook, monetizing my content. And I want to say thank you so much to PS, that is Engineer John Tanui. Amenisaidia sana
in what sense?
I remember there was a time when my Facebook account ilikataa kulipa. It was like 3 months ago. And alinisaidia for it kurudi so that I get paid. So imeanza kulipa from this last month.
Okay.
And Facebook, if you compare with YouTube, it's almost the same. The more you create content, the more you post videos. Because now for Facebook, you can post a picture and you earn out of it. But YouTube is only videos. But for Facebook, you post a picture, you even write a text, on Facebook and post stories, you earn from it. So the bare minimum for you to earn from it is 1,000 followers. From there, you'll see from the notification kwamba you are eligible for you to monetize. And there's just a very simple process that you follow for you to get monetized from Facebook. Yes.
Another challenge that we've had, a good number of content creators always go through, and even big content creators are successful to. We talk about now hacking. Hacking is something that tumeona a lot of people. How does it come in that somebody just loses his or her own account?
I'm one of the victim. Nimehackiwa my accounts, and ilikuwa out of these people. They are genius, by the way. Someone mwenye anakuchukulia account is genius, because I remember for me aliniambia kuna kazi umepata, so we need, alianza na TikTok, akaniambia kuna job umepata, we want to lock you in so that you ukuje next week office, the verification of documents, you sign contract, then we kick off. Akanipeleka vizuri, akaniambia we are currently working with a recommend. Nasema ni kama hii ni deal mzuri, acha niingie. Akaniambia kuna code inaingia kwa simu yako. So hiyo code ikiingia inatuonyesha kwamba inakuonyesha kwamba you are now part of our team. Sijui nilikuwa mjinga aje, code ikaingia. Nitumaanisha nikatumanishana. Kidogo nikiingia TikTok, I'm logged out. Nashanga what's happening. Na akanitext akaniambia wewe ni fala.
Point blank.
Na akaniambia wewe ni fala. Mbona umekubali kunipea nini?
The code.
Code. So ananiambia me I own your TikTok account. So from there akaanza kutumia blackmail. Na blackmail kwamba nitumanishe pesa fulani. I'm going to give you back your account. So I remember nilimtumanishanga 5,000. Alikuwa amesema anataka 20,000, mpaka ngatumanisha 5,000. Bado arudishe. So akatumia criteria nyingine, sijui alitumia criteria gani, because when someone access your Gmail, definitely access your YouTube account.
True.
So alikuwa anataka kufikia YouTube. Akaniambia I'm going to recover it for you, so through the Gmail. Unajua uko frustrated, unataka ile account irudi. You are desperate. So mimi nikapea email yangu. Sijui alifanya nini. Until now sijui alifanya nini. I remember nilikuwa kwa gari na travel. Kuona simu yangu imezima. Bure out of nowhere, and battery ilikuwa full. Kuwasha simu imekuwa mpya. Hakuna kitu kwa simu. Even one picture yenye nilikuwa nayo. Na hivyo ndio YouTube ikaendanga. Sijui ilienda.
Now how did you recover now?
So there's a friend named Oliver, is the one mwenye alinisaidia, because when I was trying to recover, anazima simu. Sijui, I don't know how it works. When I'm trying to recover, akiona I'm trying to recover, ananizimia simu.
Your phone goes off.
To buy time, so that aweze kuchukua ile account. So I was clever, nakaambia a friend of mine named Oliver Kaitani, nakaambia nisaidie kwa upande yako, so that I can recover the
account.
Nikampea details zote, at least yeye ndiye alinisaidia ikarudi.
Okay. And now having all these now, the social and also fame coming in, you're gaining numbers. Here on the other side, you're getting endorsements from different companies and also big organizations. Now financials were making sense to you. How did you now manage your fame and also your income? What was ulikuwa na manager vitu yote to who you are now?
I can say it's not easy, but on my end, I can say I'm someone who is disciplined. Managing my you've said managing your social media and
all these, the fame and also your incomes that were coming in, because sometimes we've seen content creators, somebody was so famous and all of a sudden we find ourselves contributing to sustain his life.
Okay, understood. So now, and for me, content creation is not something permanent. That's what I always know. It's not something permanent. Kuna machachari watakuja baadaye. And it will reach a time whereby even this nilikuwa na hautanipea isuti, because nitakuwa meaningless bado pale social media. So what I've been doing ni kwamba anything that I get, I ensure that nimeinvest mahali, nimeiweka mahali. That's what I normally do. Yeah.
Okay, and now do you have an advice, because we've seen people having managers, people having advisors, consultants and all that, because you might have the knowledge of social media, you might have the knowledge of content creation, but now when it comes to managing your finances, do you get a third party person to help you, or how do you approach now your
For me, I can say it depends with someone. For me, I can say sijai kwa naye. I normally manage my finance, and let me say to be honest, pia my parents play a very big role kwa kunisaidia in terms of managing my finance. Because every now and then they keep on wanani push for me to, they keep on reminding me that do a social media si kitu yenye itakuwa forever. You'll never be a content creator forever. You'll not be meaningful forever. There's a time whereby you are watu wengine wataingia, and of which ni ukweli. It will reach a time whereby some other people will come. So I can say my parents have played a very big role for me to ensure that for me to be where I am today.
Okay. Also, before you talk, also cyberbullying, it's something that we've encountered big time. Before you talk about that, let me just appreciate, ladies and gentlemen, remember our guest tonight is Arap Uria, who is a content creator, and also he is the proprietor of Kelu Driving School, and he's talking about his experiences in building numbers on social media. And the question that he has answered tonight is that social media and also content creation pays. That is what importance is your phone to you. For him, it means his life. What about you? Tell us where you're watching from, and also just to appreciate our viewers who are coming in. We have Dylan Togoch saying that he's following from the heart of Keyono, that is Kapkesum. Collins Kosgei saying that say hi to my mentor. Chelsea man, welcome to 256 next week, sir. And also we have Kiptom Rimetu is saying that he's watching, is clapping there. Also Nairobi is watching, Nikki is watching, Sheila Ken is watching, Isaac Koech is watching, and many others who are following it live. Tell us where you're watching from, and also if you're getting us loud and clear. And also if you have a question to our guest tonight, please don't hesitate to drop on the comment section so that he'll be answering in the course of this particular bulletin. Oh, now, Arap Uria, talking about cyberbullying, there's something that a lot of content creators have gone into depression because of cyberbullying, and people bringing you down to some extent. Have you ever experienced this?
Yeah, definitely, yes. So many times, not once, not twice, but so many times. But for me, I always believe that social media is it's a free world. You have the freedom to say what you want, because I cannot control what someone else can say, because simujui yako wapi.
True.
So for me, kitu mimi nilijambia, as much as someone can say anything to me negative, I always want to focus on the positive, the people who are commenting positively. So if you keep on focusing on and at the same time, let me say, someone commenting negatively, it's a sort of motivation. You want to prove that person. For me, I normally say, I want to prove him wrong. That sio hivi, ni hivi. But cyberbullying is ni kitu yenye ima affect sana wasanii wengi. And haifai kuwa unaweka kwa akili, because anyone can say anything and you cannot control. So just give people the freedom to say what they want, and at the end of the day wanachangia kwa engagement. So for me, mimi haini affect, to be honest.
Haijafika point ile yenye imewahi kulima kabisa ukaona this guy is getting personal?
No, haijafika. I remember even the time when I was in Qatar, when I met Peter Drury. People were trolling me pale X, that nasimbia wazungu nini, so many things like that. But nilikuwa napitia to the comments what people are saying, but haikuwa inifika to a point ninasema I want to leave social media, or I want to stop from doing what I'm doing. No, for me, the social media trolling has never affected me.
Okay. And now speaking now to other content creators, because we've had a serious personality who sometimes even fell into depression because of cyberbullying and all this. Speaking to your fellow content creators, what are you telling them about now cyberbullying, and also how can they overcome this?
So for me, I can say focus on what you're doing. Believe in yourself, in anything that you post. So long as you know that you're not posting anything wrong. Focus on, this is the camera.
Yeah.
So focus on what you're doing. Be motivated. and anything that someone says, either negative, let me focus on the negative. If someone says something negative on your comment section or post anything negative about you, don't put much energy on that person. Usiweke kwamba huyu mtu amesema hivi inaanza kuku frustratisha kwa maisha. Focus on the positive things. Kuna vitu mingi yenye unafanya, and anything that you do, me I always believe in prayers. I normally pray. Weka Mungu mbele kwanza, because everything without God hakuna kitu utafanya. Nilikuwa mwalimu wa Sunday school, that's why I'm saying so.
Okay.
I've been a Sunday school teacher from until third year. Even at times I normally go to Sunday school, but imekuwa kitambo kidogo.
What makes you, why is your attachment? Bona Sunday school?
Sunday school, I like kids. Napenda watoto sana. And it's naturality. Interacting with kids and having good time with kids. That's what I've been, especially huko nyumbani.
Okay. And now, because you also spoke about your parents and also being very supportive, and some people always believe in mentorship. Do you have a mentor? And how important is it?
As I've said, my parents played a very big role for me to be where I am. But at the beginning, especially my father, hakuwa supported what I'm doing, because he wanted me to be a teacher. Yeye ndiye hata alinifanya nikaenda choose walimu, because nilikuwa my motivation ama my desire was to be a journalist. Nilikuwa nataka nisomee journalism campus, but due to pressure ya wazazi wakaniambia no, you have to be a teacher. So nikakuwa mwalimu, but when he saw me that I'm doing this thing social media, mimi ni ujinga unaanza kufanya. Focus kwa masomo, hii ni ujinga unaanza kufanya. So amekwanga akini criticize. That was now before nianze kupata kitu out of it.
Okay. At what point now did he become your number one fan?
So vile sasa ameona and I'm earning from it. At least life in a change. You can see anaanza kudress poa. Analeta skari nyumbani. Hapo ndio akaanza sasa kuni support.
Okay. And now because we've talked about that, like mentorship and all that, and your parents doing that. Speaking out to parents, because for you are forced by your parents to pursue something that was not your passion, if I can say so, and you went to school to study because of your parents. You didn't pursue journalism. Speaking to parents who are watching us tonight, what can you say and what can you tell them?
For me, I can tell parents, give your kids the freedom to do what they like. Because anything that you like, you'll do it from your heart. Unafanya na ile moyo wako wote. And anything that you do from your heart, unajituma sana nayo, and definitely hiyo kitu huwa inakuanga nini? Inakuwa successful. Because ni kitu yenye, how can I say, I'm lacking a better word to use, but give your parent, give your kids the opportunity to do what they like. Because like for me, out of content creation, I can say my life changed, and this is something I do it from my heart. Najituma nayo kabisa. So don't force your kids as much as I know masomo ni muhimu. Hiyo na hatuwezi pinga. Masomo ni muhimu, but masomo inakupea at least the ability ya kufanya hiyo kitu. Like for me now, for content creation, you do it in a way that unaona mtu yenyewe anajua jinsi anafanya.
Okay. Now let's talk about now Kelu Driving. You have a number of investments that you've done from content creation, but now specifically going to driving school, what is it that now pushed you and inspired you now to venture into this kind of business?
I think we'll now go back from what what I told you earlier, that and for me I saw that that Arap Uria will not be here forever.
True.
So for me to start Kelu Driving School, it was ni kitu nilijiongelesha. Nikajambia Arap Uria will not be there forever. Na siku yenye Arap Uria atakuwa, what will I do now as Meshach? Because you know these are two different people.
Yeah.
There's Arap Uria and there's Meshach. So when now Meshach depends on Arap Uria. What if Arap Uria gets out of the picture? What will Meshach do? So that's now where niliona the best way for me, now that I still have Arap Uria, let me utilize it, and I came up with a driving school, which is doing good. And I want to say thank you so much for the people who are supporting it, and for the people in nimepata wanafunzi. I can say thank you so much for the people who are supporting, and let's continue supporting. We are giving you the best driving school here in Eldoret. I normally say that we call Kelu Driving School is the home of responsible road users. We aim in and teaching people to be responsible road users, not only how to drive but also be responsible. Hata kama drive, kuna mwenye unaweza kuwa unatembea kwa barabara, know that kuna road signs, kuna, let me say generally road safety. So that's nikakuja na Kelu Driving School because I knew that one day, one time, itafika time Arap Uria will not be there. Let Meshach continue doing his thing.
Okay, Arap Uria, sometimes we have these people that you get somebody has money but they don't have the idea of investing into a business, and you find somebody who has an idea, they don't have the money, but yourself balancing and now getting into a business venture. I'm sure you underwent a number of challenges starting that kind of business. What are some of these challenges that you encountered starting business, and also how did you overcome?
Number one, it's the process of number one, definitely finance. Pata ile finance.
True.
It took me a long time because before starting Kelu Driving School, which was last month, it took me, the idea was there like 2 years ago. The idea initiated 2 years ago, but I was unable to
implement.
To implement because of finance. Pia you have to balance your finance.
True.
There's other things unafaa kufanya. So, and again, another challenge was the process of getting the approval from NTSA. It takes so long. So for you to get the approval, unafaa kununua gari, ofisi. There's so many things hapa katikati yenye unafaa kufanya for you to get the approval. So another thing was the approval took long, and those are some of the main challenges I can say I went through.
Okay. Now, what is the bigger picture and the bigger vision for Kelu Driving?
Kelu Driving School, as much as we are 2 months old, we are looking forward to be the best driving school, not only in Eldoret but as well countrywide. And as I've said, we're looking forward to educating people to be responsible road users. Our aim sana is for us ile responsible road users.
Okay.
We want to train drivers wenye hawatakosa accidents kule barabarani. We want to as well educate the pedestrians, because as much as drivers wanakosa accident, but pia pedestrians upande huu wanachangia pia kwa ile kukosa road accidents. So for Kelu Driving School, we're looking forward to atuja launch, but I'm looking forward to launch hapo mbeleni.
Okay.
And vitu mzuri nakuja kula mbeleni.
Okay. Just a quick on randomly. Kuna mtu anasemanga that sometimes you have a beautiful business idea, but when you implement unafika kwa ground vitu tofauti. What is that thing that ulikuwa unafikiria, and then when you get to the real thing, now running this business, ukaona hapa kumbe mambo tofauti kwa ground?
Actually, before me starting Kelu Driving School, nimejaribu biashara mingi. Nimejaribu sana. I can say nimejaribu. Na zimefail. Kuna moja ilizama? Nimejaribu mara 4. Hii ya 5.
Hebu tuambie gani ilizama.
So I can say ya kwanza nilianza na kuna spares, nimefungua spares ya motorbike.
In town.
Hapa tu within town. Nishafunga spares ya motorbike. Hiyo ilizama. Haya, nikajaribu nikafungua salon. Nilifungua salon.
Oh.
Kidogo
ikazama tena.
Ikazama. Haya, kidogo nikafungua, nikauza asali. Niliuza asali. Ndio time niliuza asali. Nilifungua na niliweka budget. Kidogo aishiki. Ikazama. And from there sasa nika feel hata embarrassed, because my parents pia wanaona that I'm doing something that's not benefiting me. So nilikakaa chini nikasema, na the best thing that I can do, I normally create content on about road safety. Even before the idea ya kuanzisha Kelu, So the motivation behind kwanza road driving school ni content yenye nafanyanga ya road safety. Yenye naenda napeana red card kwa mtu mwenye maybe amegonga pedestrian ama anafanya nini. So nikajiambia while creating this content sinaweza fanya kitu yenye inaenda in line with your content, and that's where road driving school will come in.
Okay, now in connection with the same now, you say that you've done a number of businesses,
Yes.
and they
Fail.
what different are you doing to road driving so that it doesn't fail, and also what are some of the lessons that came with failure business?
Uliza swali ngumu. Rudia.
What I'm asking here is, you've done like, this is the 5th business that
Yeah,
you're
5th.
doing. The rest failed.
Failed, exactly.
But now the question is, what is it that you will do in KLU driving that will ensure that KLU will not fail like the other businesses?
Zile za kwanza,
Because I'm sure zile zingine ilikuja na lessons pia.
Pia I can say knowledge, knowing what you do. Isikuwe kwamba you saw your friend, like listen now, nimeona Dan alifungua D-Square, sema ai kama iko na do, acha niende nifungue nini
Ya manguo tena.
ya manguo yangu. It will fail because you don't have the knowledge on how ina run. You don't know on how hata mafundi utatoa wapi. You know nothing about it. So I can say for KLU nimeijua vizuri. I can even say that I worked with assist driving school. Wacha niseme hiyo. No problem. Na nimepata experience vizuri kujua on how you can run a driving school.
Okay.
So ni for you to know ni nini unafanya. Usifanye, don't just do it because someone is doing it. So it's only for you to know that I'm doing this thing because naijua kuifanya.
Okay.
Don't copy from someone else. Yeah.
Create your own dream.
Yeah, your own dream, exactly.
Okay. And now you are a content creator and you are a business, you are an entrepreneur. How now do you juggle between the two? How do you balance? Because sometimes somebody say that being a jack of all trades, sometimes you lose one. But you have this, you have to create your, just before you came in, you are coming from Nairobi and all that. How now do you ensure that you balance between the two? Your content creation and also managing your business and other things that you're doing.
And for me, I believe in you don't have to do everything alone. Like you have to create employment as well to some other people. Kuna watu wenye watakusaidia. You cannot do everything alone. Hata unajua Dan. So for me, I have someone watu wenye tunasaidiana, and I want to appreciate them so much. Wamekuwa wakinisaidia. When I'm away, they normally help me, but nafuatilia. So that's what I can say. Ni watu kunisaidia because you cannot do everything alone.
Okay. Now we are talking about now being famous, because truly you are famous and very famous for that matter. Not only in Kenya, even across Kenya, outside Kenya. Now, how do you balance now? How do you manage your fame? Because sometimes we've seen young people on TikTok, Facebook, and all that, and fame is all over them. You can't tell them anything; they take nothing from anybody. And for you, we can say that humility is a virtue to you. How do you continue being grounded and remaining humble? That somebody can just meet you and like, there's a better Arap Uria hapa.
By being famous it's so difficult to handle. It's so difficult to handle. At times mtu anaweza kupata mara anasema, ai, kumbe hata unakujanga huko. Umeenda kukula pale kwa kibanda. Kumbe hata unakwanga huko. Like there's an expectation in your fans when you are known, you're supposed to live in a certain class. You're supposed to drive a certain car. You're supposed to live in a certain environment. Yeah, Jew. But for me, I believe in I'm simple. I live a simple life for me. And anytime I interact with my audience, with my fans, na interact now. There's kuna time my fans, as much as it's so difficult, by the way, to manage my fans, because kuna ile time you feel that you need your personal time. Maybe hata unatembea kwa barabara, you need your personal time. Maybe you have mawazo yako, watu wanataka tupige picha sijui nini, so many things, but what I always believe in, be humble. The same fans wenye wanataka piga picha na wewe are the same fans wenye they made you
Where you are.
grow. Yes. So always be humble. That's what I can say.
Okay. And now looking back to the line of education that you pursued, and also taking education and to where you are, you're doing a totally different thing. But has education been of any impact to your life?
Yeah, and that's why as well I'm at Kelo Driving School. School is school. Shule ni shule. Tunafunza wanafunzi ku drive na huko nikafunza ku knowledge. But I can say me being a teacher imenisaidia sana in terms of handling so many things. Na ilinipea pia akili yenye I can say I can handle even any other client mwenye anani approach ama namu approach. Like me kuweza kufanya kazi na those brands kama na Predator, Betika, there's a way I approach them, and there's a way I handle them when they approach me. So I can say nilipata enough knowledge for me to know to handle clients.
And now, as you go outside there interacting with these big people, what challenges do they bring to you in terms of your growth? Like, because as you interact with these great personalities, sometimes they inspire you, sometimes they challenge you. How does it impact your life?
Let's say, for example,
as you meet these great personalities and you aspire to be like them, sometimes they inspire your life. Does it bring challenge to you personally as a person?
Yes, definitely. It gives me a challenge of trying to push myself to do the best. Like I've met so many people, like let me say the likes of Peter. He has motivated me a lot to ensure that image push for me to achieve the best, because nilipatana na Qatar. I think we took like 15 minutes kuongea tu, and he was able to tell me the journey yenye amepitia, and from the journey I came to learn that everything inaanzia chini. You cannot wezi out of nowhere sema umefika pale juu. You have to start from somewhere, and that's what I learned from here. You start from somewhere, you grow, and itafika tamenye utafika the level that you feel ni hapa ndio mahali nimefikia. And I always say that success is a journey. Hautafika even sasa unasema nimefika, unasema no, bado sijafika.
Okay.
What may motivate, I can say, for me to push myself to be the best.
And now speaking also about the government and also the Kenyan government for that matter, do you think the Kenyan government is doing enough to support content creators and also artists?
For me, I support, and at the same time kuna support, I can say. Siwezi sema that Kenyan government I support us and ina support. Like now the case of monetization of Facebook. Hii imepea platform even vijana wenye wako mashinani pale chini kwamba you can earn from anything that you post on social media. It's not that you just post because watu wana post. When you post something, you monetize and you earn from it. So I can say that the Kenyan government imesaidia. If you can see even from the way uko nyuma and where we are right now, ni kwamba tume advance in terms of content creation, and I can say the Kenyan government imesaidia sana.
Okay. And now we talked at some point about mentorship, people you look up to, but yourself now, do you have people you are holding in their hands? Do you have people you encourage them? Do you give a platform to young artists, and how do you support them?
Yes, I do. Like my team, nimework na the likes of Kogosmo for a very long time. There's a guy anaitwa Kapkeno. I don't know if you know him. Yeah. Kapkeno. And apart from that, there are some people behind the cameras. Okay. Wenye watu waonangi. But that's what we try as much as possible to create as well. Unasema this is a digital economy.
True.
We create employment to more than one people, more than two, more than three. So that's why I'm telling you that like kuna group inakwanga kwa camera na kuna watu wanakwanga behind the scenes. So with content creation, I can say there are so many ways that inailipa because pia umelipa mtu mwenye amekuwa kama cameraman, you have someone called digitally anabonga behind the scenes. So I can say na apart from that kuna watu wenye nashika mkono pia. I saw this guy anaitwa Factician, and I think I told you about him. So for me, when I see someone mwenye anajituma na baada ako pale chini, I always try to find a way on how tunaweza msaidia aweze kuinuka. Like for him, I saw he's doing content on social media. I cannot say that he's doing for the sake of doing, but ajapata ile kuelimisha on how to manage social media zake. So
and now we can convert now into
yeah. In fact, I was with him like 2 days ago, and I was trying to explain to him on how he can even monetize to start earning from what he posts on social media.
Okay.
So every now and then when I see someone mwenye anajituma, unajua at the same time huwezi saidia kila mtu.
True.
Huwezi kuja tu social media like nimekuona leo na kesho unataka nikusaidia. I have to see as well your passion. Uko na hiyo passion, naweza kusaidia na hata you're just there because kwanza ndio uanze kuana, it will take some time for you to earn from it. So see mtu anajituma aje. Ni mtu mwenye ukimpea kidogo uplift kidogo atasaidika. So you see someone mwenye ako na motivation ya kujituma, you unamsaidia.
Okay. And on a lighter note, somebody was asking ulioa Gogo Small lini? Nyi watu mlikutana aje?
Gogo Small, it's a long story. I met him in 2019. Yeye alikuwa anasoma Elgonview College. Na mimi nilikuwa Masinda Muliro. So during the holidays nikikuja LD, it was just by coincidence that we met at a studio. Gogo Small alikuwa muimbaji. Alianza na kuimba. So it was just by coincidence. Na hata mimi I came to that studio nilikuwa nataka kuimba. So ni kama wasanii wote wanaanzianga hapo, nataka tu kuimba. So that's where we met. Even our cameraman digitally alikuwa anaimba. So it was coincidence, tukapatana wote kwa studio. Huyu ako na kamera, mimi niko na at least talent ya kuact, and Gogo Small ako na ile talent ya
kuimba.
We can do something. Alikuwa na kamera na hakuna kitu anafanyia. Ambia mkuje ni wa recording. Tuone tu vile itakuwa.
Gogo Small aimbe wewe uact alafu
no. Alikuwa anataka kuimba, but vile tulipatana akaacha kuimba.
Okay.
So tukajiambia we can do something on. Nilikuwa na mwana akiact kidogo kule village. We can do something out of it. Tumepata mtu wa kamera. Na hapo ndio tulianza collaborate.
Okay.
Until now I can say tumefika mahali.
Okay.
It's good.
Okay. Now because our time was also much spent. Now this is something that we can't end this conversation without asking and also speaking about the issue of mental health, health, and talk about mental wellness. That is, the other day you had an event in support of a friend of ours, and that was doing more about mental
illness.
Health. And a lot of artists, some have even gone to the extent of even committing suicide because of depression, because of stress and all that. How deep is it to artists? Because we've seen even notable personalities committing suicide or even facing death because of depression. How deep is it to artists? Because this is something that we need to speak about.
I think some of the factors which can lead to mental illness, especially for celebrities, let me say, or the well-known people. Like for wasanii, I can say pressure. Ni pressure mingi. If as I've told you, my fans wanaweza kuwekea depression because they have an expectation of you. They have an expectation of how you're supposed to live, what you're supposed to eat, what you're supposed to dress. So now your depression ikikuingia, like I remember even meeting a fan some time back. Nilikuwa na gari nyingine ndogo sana, iko inaitwa G-Touring. That was when I was still starting. So nikapatana aliniongelesha in such a way that nilifeel amenidunisha, amenidharau because of gari nyina naendesha. G-Touring haifai kwa mtu kama because the name is known. Arap Uria anajulikana, but imekuwa by surprise, anaendesha nini G-touring. So in one way or another, ningeweza omba wasanii wenzangu tuweze kujituma, let's na tusaidiane pia in this industry. It's all about collaborating, and wanasemanga when you come together great things happen. So if wasanii wenzangu tusaidiane in everything that we do. Ukiona mwenzako anafanya ako na event, support him. Usiende against like now umepanga event pale, acha nipange event yangu wapi kwingine ndio yake ichomeke. I believe in collaboration, and if we collaborate definitely tutapushana to another level. Ufuji yenye itafika level whereby our wasanii wataishi maisha yenye at least they are comfortable. Yenye hata utapata pressure from wale mafans wanakuambia no, you are not supposed to live this kind of life. And ufuji pia it's ni ukweli wakikwambia hivyo, kama maybe uko chini, it's a motivation as well on your side kwamba kama ufana ameniambia hivi, I need kutia bidii for me to achieve, niweze kuishi maisha yenye wanataka kuishi, na pia usijipe pressure pia. Like niseme because huyu msanii anaishi maisha kama hii, pia nafaa kuishi maisha kama hiyo. Live within your means, but ensure that you are doing the best in everything that you do.
Okay. Before you tell us, where do you see Arap Uria, or where do you see Meshach in the next 5-10 years, and also Kelu, where do you see Kelu in the next 10 years? But before you answer that, just to appreciate our viewers who are watching, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for keeping this conversation going. I'm seeing Titus Magoti saying that good work, Arap Uria, keep on inspiring, following from Waitaluk Kitale. Then also Betke is saying that my campus mate, thank you so much. Sang Sylvester, thank you for watching, sir. And also Koech Kiplagat is saying that he's watching from Nyaru. Asbel Kiplimo is saying that good work, Arap Uria, unajituma sana. Thank you so much, Asbel, for the compliment. Simon Cheriot is saying that Dan, my high school classmate, and Uria was my best MC in my Koito when he was still growing up. Good job, guys. This is Simon Cheriot. I think I'll tell you about it. And then also we have Malaka Ito. He's saying that there's a nice show, nice one. Koicha Isaac is saying that he's watching from Iteni EMC. I like his spirit. Arap Urian into Wakujitoma. Thumbs up. Thank you so much. Stella Chiptanu is watching. And also this is Robert. Robert is saying that he's watching also, and many more. I just lost some comments from our viewers. Thank you so much. Now, Arap Uria, where do you see Meshach or Arap Uria in the next, or in few years to come?
For me, as a person, I'd like to see myself growing. As I've told you that success is a journey.
True.
Atutafika pale. So in the next 5 years, I would like to see myself. Apart from that, I would number one, for me to feel that I achieve something in this industry, I would like to see myself motivating someone, or rather uplifting someone, especially kwa hii content creation, especially kwa industry ya digital economy. I would like to see myself raising some talents to ensure that even the time when I exit, I know that niliacha mtu fulani pale, kuna watu wenye wanaishi kusema kwamba it's because of Arap Uria that I'm here today.
Okay.
That's one of the dreams yenye nasema I would like to achieve. For me to know that nimekuwa, as much as nime succeed in terms of mimi in person, I would like to see that nime motivate someone somewhere to ensure that anasema because of Arap Uria that I'm here today.
Okay. Thank you so much. As we wind up this conversation, before our guest tonight gives us his parting shot, we have here Roti Chepsiele, who is saying that he's watching live from Nairobi, and then when Nairobi is saying that good job, I love his determination to succeed. And then MC Matata Kiprop is saying that live from Anin Elgeyo Marakwet County, and then Dan Kiproto is saying that the future is bright, bro, just focus. And then also Titus Kipchiriri is saying that good job, bro. And also we have this farmer Kachile is watching from Birei. Thank you so much for making this conversation going. Your parting shot, sir, to our viewers tonight.
First of all, nasema jambo sinivo.
Kabisa. That is your camera.
That's my camera.
Yeah, sure.
And there's something that I posted on social media.
Yes.
About my there's a trip. Nataka niende na tractor.
Unataka kwenda tractor Nairobi.
From Eldoret to Nairobi.
Yes.
So that's one way. It's one way of using content creation, or rather, using the fame to change a society or to have an impact to the society. So kuna bet nilikuwa nimesema, if Chelsea are going to qualify for the Champions League top 4, I'm going to kuendesha tractor from to drive a tractor from Eldoret to Nairobi.
Yes.
And it happened kwamba wali qualify to Champions League. And now I saw it's not good for me to celebrate to Nairobi just for nothing. Nikaona let me make it equal something equal impactful to the society. And we came up with a charity trip from Eldoret to Nairobi, whereby we have destinations. Like our first destination will be at the children home at Kaptagat. So tunaenda pale, tuna have time na those are the needy kids wako pale, we share good time now, and at least we so what we are doing is we want to mobilize for even kama ni funds, kama ni food,
any support,
but sana tunataka food, tunataka clothing, tunataka kama ni sanitary towels, soaps, or anything yenye we want something tangible. As much as we appreciate the monetary part, but tunataka kitu yenye tutaacha pale kwa every child at home, because we have like 3 destinations. Ya kwanza ni Kaptagat, then we have the other one in Ravine, and then tutamalizia moja Nairobi. So kwa watu wenye wana to watch, I would wish them to support us when we will kick off the journey. That's on 9th. Pia dani tatupea kitu hata kama ni mahindi.
Definitely.
Ama unga, ama anything that you are going to offer us. It's one way of uniting people through football, and even having an impact to society through football. Ndio nataka niseme hiyo.
Na tractor ngapi?
Tractor moja.
Okay.
So in anything that you get, kama ni mahindi tunaweka kwa trailer nyuma.
Oh, you're going with the trailer?
Yeah, na trailer.
Okay.
Nguo, trailer. Anything that you get, trailer pale nyuma. Tukielekea Nairobi.
The other time you did bicycle ride.
A bicycle, yeah.
How successful was it?
It was successful. Ilikuwa poa. Ilikuwa poa, nilifika pale vizuri.
Okay.
But now sikuwa na a motivation behind it. But now this time around
you are doing it for a cause.
For a cause.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Arap Uria, for coming to the show.
Thank you.
And we are sorry for keeping you late tonight.
What time is it?
But nonetheless, we've made it happen. Thank you for the insights and also sharing your story, because it goes a long way. Because I'm sure if not everybody, but somebody has been inspired from your story.
Okay. So let me talk to Sasa the people in the industry.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So, and for someone who is watching me, kama wewe uko kwa sana the people who are growing, who want to one day, one time, they're dreaming of one day, one time being like Arap Uria, being like Probox, or being like Noish, being like Tula, or any other person in the industry. And what I'd like to tell you is, in anything that you do, chochote ambacho unafanya, do it from your heart. Usifanye because someone else is doing. Usiseme I want to do lip singing or anything because Arap Uria did. Do your thing uniquely. Be creative, because number 1, you have to be creative. Number 2, be unique. Number 3, be consistent. Ensure that you post consistently on social media. And most above all, I always say Mungu ni mama. I believe in God. I believe in prayers. So above all, make sure that tunaomba for you to achieve anything, not only in content creation, but in anything that you desire to achieve in life.
Thank you so much. David Kibeti is saying that Uria ni mtu rosafi, endelee kushikilia mkono. And then Bruce Rotich is saying that keep going. Arap Uria, Isaac Tingili saying that good work, Bamwai, keep on mentoring young people. Thank you so much. Uria,
Kiingereza
for-
imekuwa mingi.
tumeshukuru for coming to the show.
Thank you so much.
It's very inspirational, and also we are looking forward to host you in the near future when we will be owning a number of chains of driving schools, I'm sure, and also
Yeah,
greater
s-
things
very
that
soon.
are ahead of us. Thank you for coming to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, this marks the end of this episode, and also thank you for staying tuned until this time of the night. We are sorry for coming late still, but thank you for sticking in until this time. We're looking forward to see you come next week. I'm having another great guest prepared for you. We'll be live, same place, same time, and don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel and also to like our page on Facebook. We're looking forward to see you come next week. I wish you a very good night. I want to see you come next week. God bless you and see you.
Business Minds, pioneering and inspiring entrepreneurs. Creative talks, CEO insights, success stories, value markets, and financial education. This is the CEO Show. Hosted by Dan. Business Minds, pioneering and inspiring entrepreneurs. Creative talks, CEO insights, success stories, value markets, and financial education. This is the CEO Show. Hosted by Dan. Business Minds, pioneering and inspiring entrepreneurs. Creative talks, CEO insights, success stories, value markets, and financial education. This